Former President Kgalema Motlanthe's Commission of Inquiry into post-election violence in Zimbabwe has blamed the military and police for the death of 6 people after the country's national elections earlier this year. It says that the use of live ammunition was unjustified and disproportionate. The report also recommended that the victims should be compensated. The Commission also blamed the opposition MDC for the chaos that did break out after the elections.
The bloody streets of Harare on the 1st of August following Zimbabwe's elections. Police were overwhelmed and military backup was called for. Soldiers wasted no time, opening fire on unarmed civilians. It led to the deaths of 6 people and dozens more injured. The attack prompted Zimbabwe's President Emerson Managua to appoint a commission of inquiry. It was headed by former South African President Kgalema Motlanthe. The commission gathered evidence from the victims, alleged perpetrators and all stakeholders. Today, President Managua released the report, calling for accountability.
It is imperative for the police agency to complete their investigations to enable the prosecution of those persons responsible for all alleged crimes committed on the 1st of August 2018. Those particular members of the military and the police found to have been in breach of their professional duties and discipline on the 1st of August 2018 should be identified as soon as possible for internal investigations and appropriate sanction, which should include hearing from the victims and their families for impact assessment and to provide necessary compensation.
A huge task lies ahead as Managua is expected to implement the recommendations of the Commission.
The Commission recommends that Parliament should give consideration to align the POSA with the provisions of the Constitution on the deployment of the military internally. Police should be equipped with the necessary skills and capacity for dealing with rioters. C. Whilst the use of the military to assist the police for the control of public order is recognized worldwide, this should only be resorted to as a last measure in extraordinary situations. D. The Commission recommends, in the interest of national cohesion and the protection of all citizens, that the police should be further trained to be professional and non-partisan. E. The military should conduct an immediate and a full audit of its standing orders and procedures for engagement in law and order enforcement operations, including riot control, in order to identify in an appropriate public report the lessons learned and the tailored safeguards and targeted training to be undertaken to prevent any ill discipline that could lead to loss of life and injury in the future on the part of its forces in a highly politicized, tense and stressful situations of crowd control.
It now remains to be seen if the recommendations of the report will further divide or unite the country.